Have you ever noticed that some people earn twice as much as they did 5 years ago, yet somehow feel just as financially stressed? At first, that doesn't make sense. After all, if your income goes up, your financial life should get easier. But for millions of people across the United States and Europe, the opposite happens. The raise arrives, the salary increases, the promotion finally comes, and yet a few years later they find themselves with more debt, higher monthly expenses, and less financial freedom than before. So what exactly is going on? Let's look at a simple example. Imagine a 28-year-old professional named James. A few years ago, James was earning $45,000 a year. After taxes, his monthly income was around $2,900. His apartment was modest. His car was used. His lifestyle wasn't luxurious, but it was manageable. Then things improved. James worked hard, gained experience, and landed a new job paying $75,000 per year. After taxes, his monthly income increased to roughly $4,700. That's a significant jump. An extra $1,800 every month. Most people would assume this automatically improves his financial situation. But here's what often happens next. James moves into a nicer apartment. His rent rises from $900 to $2,600. He upgrades his car because the old one no longer fits his lifestyle. The monthly payment becomes $550. He starts dining out more frequently. His vacations become more expensive. He upgrades his phone earlier. He buys better furniture, better clothes, more subscriptions. None of these decisions seem unreasonable on their own. In fact, each purchase feels justified. After all, he can afford it now. At least that's what it looks like. But if we do the math, something interesting appears. His income increased by about $1,800 per month, but his rent increased by $700. His car payment increased by $400. Additional lifestyle spending added another $500. That's already $1,600 gone. And that's before accounting for higher insurance costs, larger utility bills, travel expenses, and the occasional credit card balance. The result? An extra $1,800 of income created almost the same amount of new expenses. Financially speaking, James is running on a bigger treadmill. He's moving faster, but not necessarily getting ahead. This is one of the most common financial patterns in modern society. It's often called lifestyle inflation. As income rises, spending quietly rises alongside it. Not because people are irresponsible, but because humans naturally adapt to their environment. What felt luxurious last year quickly starts feeling normal. The nicer apartment becomes standard. The new car becomes expected. The upgraded lifestyle becomes the baseline. And once something becomes normal, giving it up feels like moving backward. This is where psychology becomes more important than math. Most people don't spend more because they need more. They spend more because higher income changes how they see themselves. A promotion doesn't just increase earnings. It often creates pressure to look successful. Friends upgrade. Co-workers upgrade. Social media constantly displays upgraded lifestyles. Without realizing it, many people begin using spending as evidence that they've made progress. The problem is that spending and wealth are not the same thing. In fact, they're often moving in opposite directions. A person earning $120,000 while spending $115,000 is building very little wealth. Meanwhile, someone earning $70,000 and spending $50,000 may be building substantial financial security every year. Income matters, and this becomes incredibly important over time. Imagine two people each receive an additional $1,000 per month from raises and career growth. The first person spends nearly all of it on lifestyle upgrades. The second person invests most of it. Over a decade, the difference becomes enormous. Not because one person worked harder, not because one person was smarter, but because one person converted higher income into assets, while the other converted higher income into expenses. This is why earning more money can sometimes make people poorer. Not literally poorer in income, poorer in flexibility, poorer in financial resilience, poorer in freedom. Higher earnings often come with larger obligations, bigger mortgages, longer car loans, more subscriptions, more financial commitments, and every commitment quietly reduces future choices. Financially intelligent people tend to view raises differently. When their income increases, they don't immediately ask, "What can I buy?" They ask a different question. How much of this increase can I keep? Because they understand something simple. The goal isn't to look richer. The goal is to become stronger financially, to create options, to reduce dependence on the next paycheck. To build a life where income growth creates freedom rather than larger obligations. And that's a subtle distinction many people miss. The next time your income rises, pay attention to what rises with it. Because earning more money isn't automatically a path to wealth. Sometimes it's simply an opportunity. And what matters most is what happens after the raise arrives. If you found this perspective useful, consider subscribing for more thoughtful discussions about money, psychology, and long-term wealth building.